Welcome to Chapter 7. In this chapter, you will learn everything about typography, from basic text styles to 3D effects and some exercise along the way. So without further ado, let's jump right in. Welcome back to another lesson. In this lesson, we're going to talk about character styles, fonts, and paragraphs. So first of all, select the text tool and click on the document area, and you will see a default text appear. Now let's change the font size on the option bar. Okay, now let's put 100. You can also use the selection tool to change the size or rotate it. Now double click on the text and you can start writing your own word. Alright, so if you want to change the typeface, all you have to do is click on this drop down menu. Okay, now select a typeface and a font for your text. Now here you can change your opacity. And here you can change the color and the strokes. Now on the right, you have the properties panel. And here you can change your typeface and your font size as well. It's the same adjustment that you see on the option bar. Alright, so click on this icon and you can change the font size. Now the second thing that you can do here is change the leading. Now leading is the space between the top and the bottom of the text. Okay, now let's select the text and change the leading. Just click the drop down menu and select a number. Okay, now let's do it again. So just select the text and key in a number. Alright, now you can see the difference. The next thing you can change is the kerning. Now, kerning basically is the space between the letters. Okay, now click on this drop down menu and select 200. Now you can see the separation between the letter X and P. Okay, now the next thing you can change is the tracking. Now tracking is also the spacing between the letters. But the difference between kerning and tracking is that tracking allows you to change the spacing of the whole entire text. Alright, now let's move on to the next one. Select the text tool, click, drag, and release. And you will see a default text box like this. And this is the area where you can type your word. Again, you can change the font size and the typeface on the option bar. Alright, now here you can also change the paragraph settings. You can choose either align left, center, or right. You can also add bullet points and numbers to your paragraph. On the text properties panel, you can adjust the leading space as well. Now, if you want to change the text color, all you have to do is select the area, go to color swatches, and apply it. Now, if you drag the text box, you will increase the text area. Now, if you click on this red icon, you will create a connected box that allows you to continue to write. Now, another thing I want to show you is how to create a typeface template. So first, let me create a sample text. Let's make it bigger. Select a typeface and change the color. Now let's turn this Creative Express into a template. Go to Window, select Type and Character Style. Now select the text and click on the plus icon at the bottom right corner. And then you will create a character style. The character style is almost like a text template. Okay, now select the text from the box and click on the character styles. Alright, now as you can see, the text has changed to the character style that you have chosen. And this is how you can use the character style to create text template. Okay, so that's all for this lesson. I hope you learned something new, and as always, I will see you in the next one. Alright, welcome back to another lesson. Now, let's talk about the Touch Type tool. The Touch Type tools allows you to change each letter within a word individually. So first, go to Text Tool and select Touch Type Tools. Select the letter E, and you will have the option to change the letter either to small or big caps. Okay, now let's change all the letter E into big caps. Now you can also find the Touch Type tool within the Character panel. So click on this icon and select Touch Type tool. Now the Touch Type tools also allows you to move the letter up and down. Okay, now let's move the letter R down. You can also rotate the letter. Alright, so this is all the basic that you need to know how to use the Touch Type tool. So next, let's talk about how to type on a path. So first, use the pen tool and draw a path line. Click and drag it. Create a curve. Click again and press the Escape key. Now turn the stroke into black and turn off the fill. Now you should have a curved path line that look like this. Alright, now select the text tool and click on the path line. And you will see a default text like this. You can also change the color and the font as well. Next, use the direct selection tool to move the text. You can move left and right and upside down. Alright, next let's create a circle. Now duplicate another one. Now use the text tool and click on the left circle. Now this circle has become your text box, and anything you type will be inside the circle. Alright, so this is how you can create a text circle. Okay, now select the text tool again. Now click on the circle edge while holding down the Alt key. And you will create a round text like this. Okay, you can also use other shapes to practice this exercise. Now let's try with the star shaped. Alright, so that is all for this lesson. So I hope you enjoy it. And as always, I will see you in the next one. Welcome back to another lesson. In this lesson, you're going to learn how to use the text wrapped. So first select the text, then go to the option bar and select Make Enveloped. Now if you click on the drop down menu, you will see the envelope options, and here you can choose whether you want it to be wrapped or meshed. But for now, just choose the wrap option and click Make Enveloped. And make sure the preview checkbox is checked. Okay, now the first thing you can do with this option is to change the wrap style. Alright, now I'm just going to click through all the styles that is available. Okay, now let's select the arc upper style. Next, you can also change the bend percentage and the distortion as well. So whenever you're ready, just click OK. Again, let's change the bottom text to arc lower style. Okay, now make it smaller. Okay, now moving on next, select the text and click Make with Mesh. Now here you can set the amount of rows and columns that you want for the mesh. Okay, so this is the 4x4 option mesh. Now you can start using the direct selection tool and move the anchor point around. Alright, there you go. So this is how you can use the text wrap to create typography art. Okay, now let's try another exercise. So first, use the ellipse tool and create a circle. Next, place the text behind the circle. Now select the circle including the text behind. Go to Object, select Envelope Distort, and make with Top Object. Now as you can see, the text has been stretched into a circular shape. And if you click on the text, you can change the word. All right, now let's do it again with the star tool. Create a star and place the text behind the star. Select both of it, go to Object, select Envelope Distort, and make with top object. And there you go. All right, now let's do the last one. Create a triangle. Now place the triangle right in front of the text. Now go to Object, select Envelope Distort, and make with top object. And that's it. All right, so this is how you can create typography art with basic shapes. Next, let's create another typography art. So first, download and open this file from the resource folder. Now use the text tool and type fresh spring water. Now change the color to blue and make it bigger. Select the text again, go to Object, then click Expand. Okay, so this will allow you to separate the text individually. Next, select the pencil tool. Now choose a color for the stroke and turn off the fill. Now use the pencil tool and draw two wavy lines like this. Now select the bottle and click Shape Builder tool. Now click on the bottle and the Shape Builder tool will create three separate shapes for you. Okay, now select the bottle and fill it with color. Now delete the pencil line. Now separate the bottle. Select the bottle again. Right click, go to Arrange and bring it to front. Select all the text and ungroup it. Now move the fresh word behind the bottle, then ungroup the bottle as well. Next, go to Object, select Envelope Distort, and make with top object. Okay, now all you have to do is repeat the same process. All right, there you go. So if you do it correctly, you should have something that look like this. Okay, so that is all for this lesson. I hope you learned something new. And as always, I will see you in the next one. Welcome back to another lesson. In this lesson, you're going to learn how to create 3D text. So first, use the text tool and create a text on the document area. Okay, I'm just going to type Creative Express. You can use any word that you want. Okay, once you're done, select the text, go to Effects, select 3D and Materials, then select Extrude and Bevel. Now you can start turning your text around in a three-dimensional way. Now on the right, you have the 3D materials panel. So make sure you are on the extrude option. So here you can adjust the depth, twist, and taper level. Okay, so here's the cap option. So if you click on the right icon, the front surface will be removed. And if you click on the left one, it will bring it back. So next, you have the bevel option, and this is where you can adjust your bevel shape. So next, let's click on the revolve option. Now the revolve option will create a spin effects like this. Alright, now the next one is inflate. Okay, so this option will add some roundness to your 3D text. You can also adjust the depth, twist, taper, and volume level. Alright, now the next one is material. So this is where you can choose the material for your 3D text. Okay, so I'm just going to click through some of the materials so that you know how it looks like. You can also adjust the roughness and the metallic level as well. Alright, now the next one is lighting. So this is where you can change the light source. You can change the light source either to be standard, diffuse, top left, or right. Okay, now select standard. And here you can adjust your intensity, rotation, height, and softness. And here's where you can change your shadow. Okay, so this is how you can change the position of the shadow. Alright, so that is all the basic 3D settings that you need to know. Now let's create some 3D text art. So first, let's create a circle. Now use the scissors tool to cut the circle in half. Select the top and bottom anchor point and press delete. Then go to effects, 3D materials, and select revolve. Now you should have a 3D sphere like this. Okay, now use the type tool and type golf. Now we're going to turn this word into a 3D texture. Alright, select the text, go to Window, and turn on the symbol panel. Now click and drag the text into the panel. Now rename it and press OK. Now select the sphere, then go to Materials, and you will see the word texture here. So just click on it and the word texture will appear on the sphere. Alright, so this is how you can apply word texture on a 3D object. Now here you can change the scale and the rotation of the word texture. Okay, now let's move on to the next one. So first, use the rectangle tool and create a square. Then go to Effects, 3D Materials, and select Extrude and Bevel. Okay, now adjust the depth and make it into a box. Now go to Materials and apply the word texture on the box. Now let's create a few more word texture. Okay, drag it into the panel, rename it, and press OK. Now apply it on the box and make it bigger. Okay, now just repeat the same process. Alright, there you go. So this is how you can apply word texture on a 3D object. Okay, now let's move on to the next one. So first, use the rectangle tool and create a blank background. Now select the text tool and choose a color. Now let's type the word golf. Alright, once you're done, select the text, go to Effects, select 3D and Materials, then Extrude and Bevel. Now adjust the depth. Turn on the bevel option and click Inflate. Okay, let's put 50 for the depth level. Now go to Materials and increase the metallic level. And this will add some reflection to the text. Alright, now let's go to Lighting and add some final touch-up. Now once you're done, go to File and select Export. Now export this file into a JPEG. Alright, there you go. As simple as that. So I hope you enjoyed this lesson, and on that note, I will see you in the next one. So welcome to the first exercise lesson. Now in this exercise, we're going to practice what we have learned in the previous lesson. So first, select the text tool and type the word golf. Select the word golfed, hold the Alt key, click and drag it, and you will create a copy. Okay, now let's change the color. Select a dark green for the top and a lighter green for the bottom. So once you're done, select both texts, go to Object, select Blend, and click Make. And there you have it. And this is how you can create beautiful gradient typography art. Alright, now select the text and click the Blend tool. And here you can select the blend settings. Now select Specify Steps to change the numbers of the text copies. Okay, let's put 4. Alright, now you can see the difference. Now let's put 6. So next, let's make a copy to the right. Now go to Object, select Envelope Distort, and make it wrapped. Okay, now click on this drop-down menu and you can choose the style. And here you can adjust the blend and the distortion level. And when you're ready, just click OK. Now use the rectangle tool and create a background. Then right-click, select Arrange, and Send to Back. Alright, this is a very simple exercise that you can practice to improve your skill. So, I hope you learned something new, and on that note, I will see you in the next one.
Alright, welcome back to another typography exercise. Okay, now let's type the word golf again and make it green. Alright, once you're done, select the text, go to Type, and create outlines. Now press the Alt key to create another copy. Now select the green stroke and turn off the fill. Now select the text, go to Object, and ungroup it. Okay, now select the other one and ungroup it. Now you should be able to move your letter around like this. Next, we're going to use the pencil tool to draw. But before that, let's change the fidelity to the smoothest. Alright, now use the pencil tool and draw the shape of a golf course. Okay, try your best to create 4 shapes like this. Make it smaller and change the stroke weight to 0.5. Now change all these as well. Alright, now select the first drawing and the letter G. Go to Object, select Blend and Make. Click on the Blend tool, select Specify Steps, and type 30. There you go. Now you should see a wireframe effect like this. You can also use the Direct Selection tool to adjust the direction. Now select the drawing, go to Object, Blend, and select Reverse Front to Back. Now place the letter G in front of the drawing. Alright, now all you have to do is repeat the same process. Okay, now let's do the letter O. Select both of it, go to Object, Blend, and Make. Now click on the Blend tool, select Specify Steps, and type 30. Now adjust the distance. Now place the letter O right in front of it. Alright, now all you have to do is repeat the same process. Okay, now let's do the last one. So once you're done, select the drawing, right-click, and group them together. Now use the rectangle tool and create a background. Right-click, arrange, and send to back. And there you go. So go ahead and try a different background and see which one is your favorite. Alright, so that is all for this lesson. I hope you enjoyed. And on that note, I will see you in the next one.
So welcome to the third typography exercise. So again, let's type the word golf. Now select the text, go to Object, and click Expand. Now go to Object again and ungroup it. Now you should be able to move the letter freely. Alright, now create a rectangle. Now place it right in front of the text and lower down the opacity. Now resize it and make it fit with the text. Select the rectangle layer, go to Object, Path, and select Split into Grids. Okay, put 5 rows of grids and click OK. Now as you can see, the rectangle has split into 5 rows. Alright, now select the whole thing, go to Window, select Pathfinder, and click Divide. Now as you can see, all the vectors has been divided, including the text behind as well. Now click on it, go to Object, and ungroup it. Now hold the Shift key and select only the word golf. Alright, now make a copy. Now delete the rectangle. Next, hold the Shift key and select the first, third, and the fifth layers of all the letters. Okay, now make it green. Select the second and fourth layer and apply a lighter green. Alright, now hold the shift key and select only the darker green parts. Now go to Effects, select 3D and Materials, and select Rotate. Alright, now select Isometric Top. Alright, now repeat the same process with the lighter green as well. Go to Effects, select 3D and Materials, and click Rotate. Now select Isometric Left. Alright, next, rearrange the lighter green part under the darker green part. And this will create a staircase illusion. Okay, now just follow along and copy exactly what I'm doing. Okay, now let's zoom in so you can see it better. Now select the letter, right click, and group them together. Alright, now let's do some final arrangement. And there you go. And this is how you can create a staircase effects typography. Alright, so that is all for this lesson. I hope you learned something new and enjoyed this lesson. And on that note, I will see you in the next one. Welcome to the final exercise of this chapter. In this exercise, you're going to learn how to create all these alphabets. So first, go ahead and download and open this file from the resource folder. Okay, so this will be a reference for you to trace and recreate all these letters. So let's start with the letter A. Select the polygon tools and create 3 triangles. Okay, now select the eyedropper tool and copy the color. Next, use the rectangle tool and draw the letter B. Select the direct selection tool and change it into a round corner. Now set the radius to 8. Change it to black and make a copy. Now let's do the letter C. So first, let's draw a rectangle. Just click and drag and change the radius to 8. Now repeat the same process for the bottom right corner. Now make a copy. Right click, go to transform and select reflect. Alright, now make a copy and turn it. And this will be the letter D. Okay, now copy the letter B and turn it. And this will become the letter E. Alright, now let's do the letter F. So from now, the process is very straightforward. You just have to draw it once and keep reusing it with different colors, okay? And also, remember to set all the radius to 8. Okay, just copy half of H for the letter I. Now create a circle and place into position. Now use the scissors tool and cut it into half. Make it black, and there you go. Now the letter L is the opposite of F, so just copy and paste and turn it. Alright, so far so good. Now let's continue with the letter M. Create a rectangle and curve the top corner. Okay, change the radius to 8. Copy and paste and change the color to red. Okay, now right click, go to transform and select reflect. Now reuse the letter N for the letter O. Alright, now change the corners. Okay, now let's do the letter P. Just reuse the bottom part of L. You can also press I for shortcut to use the eyedropper tool. Alright, now let's continue with the letter S. Okay, now reuse the bottom part of J for the letter U. Alright, now the letter V is the opposite of the letter A. Just copy and paste and turn it. Again, W is the opposite of M. Okay, now let's finish off the letter X, Y, and Z. Okay, once you're done, remember to group them together for future use. Alright, so congratulations on completing this exercise. You can also piece the letters together to create your own name with different colors. Okay, so I hope you learned something new and enjoyed this lesson. And on that note, I will see you in the next one.